Let's take off to the superhero world where challenges become catalyst for extraordinary abilities. Number 9. Super creativity, synesthesia. People with synesthesia can see colors when listening to music or shapes when smelling certain fragrances. Looking at the numbers and words gives them a taste. It's like a built-in disco party in your brain where sounds have colors and numbers have taste. Imagine you hear a song and suddenly taste chocolate, or you read a word and it smells like freshly cut grass. It's like your senses throw a rave and invite all your friends. Like Pharrell Williams, the happy hitmaker. He once said that when he hears music, he sees colors dancing around like a psychedelic light show. Talk about turning the volume up on your senses. Alex Isley is an example of a world where colors dance to the tune. She experiences musical notes as colors. She says that sometimes she starts composing something and has to change the key because the color won't sit right with her. Hey, what do you think about this music? See music? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's called synesthesia. When I hear music, it's like each note has its color and shape. It's pretty wild.
Bruh.
Number 8, time distortion, bipolar disorder. The person who suffers from bipolar disorder has a superpower to stretch or shrink time. During the good times, days zoom by in minutes, and minutes feel like days during the bad times. Manic episodes are like living life at a fast pace, while depressive episodes hit the slow-mo button. This might sound awesome, but it is the hard situation that people face as they go through with bipolar disorder. The real superpower is how to handle it when triggered and how to use it positively. You won't believe I just finished building a house, fixing my new car, and painting it. Whoa, slow down there. Don't crash. Hey man, it's just a regular day with a touch of the bipolar boost. Selena Gomez, diagnosed with bipolar disorder, is a powerful example of how people can achieve great success despite facing mental health challenges. Vincent van Gogh was a great painter that was bipolar. He drew emotions directly from the heart, creating brilliant works we still admire today. So, while bipolar disorder might feel like a crazy roller coaster of feelings, some people are using it as their secret strength to inspire, make cool stuff, and overcome challenges. It shows that even superheroes have tough times, but they can still rise above them. Number 7, ghostly communications, auditory hallucinations. Auditory hallucinations are false perceptions of the sense of hearing. The sound you hear may seem real, but it isn't. It's a quirky superpower when your brain plays its own private radio station. Instead of top hits, you might get random voices, sounds, or your favorite tune on repeat. Imagine your brain as a DJ that never checks your playlist. Take Vincent van Gogh once again. This guy had all the mental superpowers, huh? Most of us hear birds chirping. Vincent might have had a full-blown orchestra in his head. Maybe that's why he cut off his ear, trying to tune out the noise. Then there's John Nash, the mathematician from A Beautiful Mind. His brain added its own background chatter, like having invisible colleagues constantly talking. Think of it as a never-ending brainstorming session. According to the researchers' estimate, 5 to 28% of people in the US experience auditory hallucinations. It's me, James. Do you know me? Who are you? And what do you want? I'm here to guide you on how to clean your toilet, you badass. Clean your toilet. Number 6, emotional radar, borderline personality disorder. In this disorder, it feels like your emotions are on a roller coaster. One moment you feel super close to someone, like they are your best friend, and the next, you can't stand them.
Bruh.
It's like your feelings constantly switch from love to hate at high speed. One second, you're on the moon with happiness, planning fun weekends with your friends, and the next, you are plugged into sadness, considering changing your phone number to be alone. I thought we were besties yesterday, and now you ignore my messages and calls. Sorry about that. My emotions are like a remote stuck on the wrong channel. Take Pete Davidson, for instance. This guy's like the king of comedy, but battling with BPD behind the scenes. He's like the superhero of stand-up, turning his emotional roller coaster into jokes that have us laughing until our sides hurt. And let's not forget Brandon Marshall, the football superstar. He's the MVP of the gridiron, but off the field, he's been tackling BPD like a true champ. He's like the superhero of sports, showing us that even the toughest players can face their demons head on. The whirlwind of emotions can make relationships feel like a high-stakes game of emotional ping pong. It's like you have jumped on a trampoline where you're always bouncing between loving and loathing. Number 5, extreme calculation, savants. These superheroes are like the X-Men of the Brainiac world. They have superpowers that make the rest of us look like we are still trying to figure out how to use a TV remote, which, let's be real, mine still stumps me. But as with all superheroes, they come with their own set of unique challenges. Meet Stephen Wiltshire, the human camera, a savant who takes the term photographic memory to a new level. While most of us are trying to remember where we parked the car, Stephen can take one helicopter ride over a city and draw the entire skyline from memory. He is like a human Google Maps. And let's not forget Daniel Tammet, the human calculator and polyglot extraordinaire. This guy can do insane math calculations faster than a calculator and learned Icelandic in a week.
Bruh.
A week! Most of us can't even pronounce the correct words in this language without spraining our tongues. Imagine trying to split a restaurant bill with him. He'd have the exact amount down to the penny while we're still counting on our fingers. Thomas, can you tell me what day of the week May 5th, 2047 falls on? Monday. That's correct. How did you know that so quickly? I can see every month of every year in my head instantly. You can't? Imagine being a savant. It's like your brain downloaded extra skills while everyone else was stuck buffering. You're over there mastering quantum physics, and I'm still trying to assemble my IKEA chair. Number 4, excessive productivity, hypomania. This is the lesser-known superhero power hidden in the world of mental health. It's like having a turbocharged brain on a sugar rush, where your thoughts zoom around faster than a squirrel on caffeine. Imagine this. You wake up one morning and are suddenly filled with more energy than a kid at Disneyland. You are buzzing with creativity, ideas popping into your head like popcorn in a microwave. Your to-do list, crushed in record time. You are on fire, baby. A hypomanic individual is filled with energy, flooded with ideas, and driven by grand ambitions. They often work on little sleep, feel special or destined to change the world, and are easily irritated by minor obstacles. They are often risk takers, overspend in both personal and business life, act out sexually, and sometimes make impulsive decisions. Additionally, they are fast-talking, witty, charismatic, and persuasive, but prone to making enemies and feeling persecuted by those who don't accept their vision. This description sounds suspiciously like the user manual for Elon Musk, and maybe some other billionaires we know. Another famous hypomanic superhero? The one and only Babe Ruth. He slept only 4 to 5 hours a day, talked loudly, and was known for his impulsive behavior, always swinging for the fences. Ruth also overspent and exhibited impulsive sexual behavior. Maybe America's entrepreneurial spirit is just a bunch of hypomanics running wild. Turns out that relentless energy and a penchant for grand visions, and maybe a little impulsive shopping, are the secret ingredients to our national success recipe. Number 3, out-of-body experience, depersonalization, derealization disorder. In this condition, also called DDD, people often feel like they're not themselves or that the world around them is not the real one. In depersonalization, you are the star of your own reality TV show, but you are watching it from outside. You feel disconnected, like you are binge watching your own life. On the other hand, derealization makes everything around you feel foggy and dreamlike, as if you had wandered into a Salvador Dali painting. Imagine chatting with someone and suddenly they start talking like they are narrating their life story. It's like I'm in a dream, they say, feeling like a third-person observer of their actions. Who are you? Who are you? I don't know. I don't know either. This isn't real. I'm just an observer of my own life. Talk about resilience. If DDD were a video game, folks with it would have maxed out their stress management skill tree. They basically got emotional armor thicker than a fantasy novel plot, and their empathy levels are so high, they're practically superhuman. People with DDD could teach a masterclass in understanding, making them the unofficial therapist among friends. Feeling detached? Come sit next to me. Let's analyze it. Counting Crows lead singer Adam Duritz and rapper Vinny Paz have both talked about their experiences with DDD. Perhaps being able to look at their lives from the outside in helped them create such amazing music. Number 2, pain perception, migraine with aura. In this condition, it's like your brain decided to arrange a party, but instead of balloons and confetti, it brings out the aura light show. You might start seeing shimmering lights, funky zigzag patterns, or even experiencing a temporary blackout. It's the brain's way of saying, let's add some razzle-dazzle to this headache. Imagine getting a visual preview that a headache is en route. Now, that's what I call a heads-up display. With migraine with aura, you're so in tune with your body, it practically sends you calendar invites for pain. Oh, not again. Here it comes. Lee, are you okay? Migraine with aura, can't see straight. Can I help? Just need to write it out. Migraines with auras is also like having a sixth sense for weather changes. Barometric pressure drops and suddenly you're the local weather station. You know it's going to rain, not because of the clouds, but because your head says so. Serena Williams and Terrell Davis might call migraines their most persistent opponents, yet they both still score big on the courts and the field, proving that even these superpower headaches can't keep a champion down. Number 1, unyielding positivity, Kagras syndrome. Kagras syndrome, the curious condition where one believes that a loved one has been replaced by an imposter, might just be the unsung superpower of the psychiatric world. Imagine the advantage at surprise birthday parties. Everyone genuinely surprises you. Every single time. There's Aunt Tilda, only today she's an undercover spy masquerading as Aunt Tilda. The drama, the intrigue, it's like living in a perpetual spy thriller, minus the danger and with all the comforts of home. Picture this. Your pet hamster suddenly looks more like a tiny detector in an overcoat, and your grandma's dinner last night was a secret mission rather than a family gathering. Then there's the superhero-like ability to maintain absolute social distance. In a world where imposters abound, who needs to get close? Kagras sufferers might just be the vanguards of personal space, turning awkward family gatherings into scenes of polite, cautious diplomacy. Hello, person who looks suspiciously like my brother. Lovely weather we're having for a standoff, isn't it? It's not just a mental illness, it's an accidental mastery of boundary setting. Perfect for those that just need their space. As we wrap up our whirlwind tour of mental superpowers, remember, if life gives you migraines, make migraine aid. And if your mind ever feels a bit too detached from reality, that's just your inner superhero gearing up for another day of creative problem solving. Who needs a cape when you've got quirks that qualify as superpowers? Keep tuning into the strange, the surreal, and the super, because in the universe, it's not just about battling the odds, it's about embracing them. Which superpower surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to hit the like and subscribe and smash that notification bell.